You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 316. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Episode 316 of the Better Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Ganata, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir? And you are on mute, sir. You are.
Is it a coincidence because we're playing a team from Texas? So,
and he's from Houston.
yes.
Is he from? I think he's from Houston
Or from Dallas? No.
I don't know. He's from
Who
Texas.
cares?
So
He's from
good
Texas,
enough. He's from
yes.
Texas. He's from Texas. Episode 316. I wish I would have realized. We would have done something else. Would have came out with like a black vest or something. Real quick, as the game ended, number 27. I didn't catch his name. Arguing with the ref after the whistle blew and body checked him, chest to his arm. Are people going to get up in arms about him needing to get suspended or having to get exiled from the MLS or anything like that for number 27 from Houston? Because if somebody can, they got to get that clip, cut it up, because he actually made contact with the ref. Are we going to get up in arms about that?
I mean, we should. It looked like assault and battery.
I think so.
Like.
A lot worse
That's
than
what
what
it
Messi
looked
did
like.
last week. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
So, our first regular season victory of the season. And I feel like it's safe to say, I know we start with general thoughts, and I'll start with my first general thought. We have the best team in the MLS.
Absolutely.
We have the best team in the MLS because this team, even without the best player in the world, Messi, still came out and put up 4 on Houston, which is supposed to be a pretty decent team defensively. Over the last 2 seasons, one of the better defensive teams. Now, I know that they lost their best defender. He went to Palmeiras, Mikel. And last week, they didn't look great. But I'm telling you, this is the best team in the MLS.
Cynical Tube is chiming in. Frey red card. Is this what happens when we get on before the official end of the game?
No, but the game ended.
Somebody got a red card?
I thought the game ended. That's why I jumped on. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and check this out now.
What? Ian Frey, we walk away from the game 5 seconds early, and Ian Frey walks away with a red card? Is what? And there's many people that are saying this. I mean, we missed it. We missed critical moments here, Danny.
The last thing that I saw was 27 from Houston bumping into the ref, arguing with him, and then I thought that meant the game was over.
Yeah, what a disaster.
And I'm checking,
Houston,
and I don't see any red card yet, unless it was after the final whistle.
Yeah, I mean, Pace Hunter saying Frey got a red. Yes. And what?
After the
Sun
final
Bong
whistle.
is saying this is ridiculous. Red card shown to Alba. What? So did it like a Royal Rumble break out? No pun intended, right? Because we talked about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
After the game ended, I guess all this happened because I didn't see any of this happening as we were coming on. It was way after the whistle. Yes. So we missed all the fun after the final whistle.
We're going to be missing like 45 players next game then, essentially, is what that means.
And what's worse is that we're playing against what I thought would be
a right back
against the team that I thought would be the biggest competition to Inter Miami in the East, Charlotte, next week. So that should be interesting. But let's not get into all that just yet, right? Let's get into today's game. General thoughts, Chris. I started off. I said this is. Oh, and by the way, I'm rocking the original OG Inter Miami kit, the one that they wore the first ever inaugural game. I figured that I'd do that since yesterday was the 5th year anniversary of the first ever Inter Miami game, March 1st, 2020, when they lost to LAFC in LA. And this is the jersey. For those of you that didn't know, this is the kit that they wore that first season. They call it the see-through kit or the wet T-shirt kit because, as you can see, it is extremely transparent. So yeah. All right, Chris. Your general thoughts.
Well, of the game, my general thoughts are I hit two bets, right? So I bet the last 2 games for Inter Miami to win, hit that one. Then I hit Inter Miami win and Tadeo Allende scores. I mean, it feels like now I can just bet Tadeo Allende to score, and I'm probably gonna hit.
Tadeo Allende seems like a safe bet to score just about not every game, but he's gonna be up there in goals scored just because he's gonna dominate that right, especially when Messi's out there. But Segovia did a great job playing that central 10 also. So man, this team just looked good.
And Tony Axe is saying red card was for Frey for an alleged choke. So he choked someone.
Was it a Messi choke where he like touches them in the back of the neck and they call it a choke, or were we talking a legit choke?
We got a lot to talk about today because this is another comment I want to talk about. Circus Fun is saying after today, 100% Cello out. And I think the writing is on the wall for a couple people.
Well, I've been saying that I would want Ian Frey over Cello, but I don't know if Mascherano is really going to do that. I hope he does because I think Ian Frey is the best right back available.
Yeah, I mean at this point, listen, we're gonna have a lot more good than bad to say in this game. I feel like everything worked out pretty positively. Did you want to bring up the whole deal of Houston Dynamo apologizing to the entire fan base or non-fan base that bought tickets? Because I saved that image. I don't know if you wanted to go through that.
We can. I mean, I thought it was nice of them. I know people are criticizing them for it, but let's be real.
It's right here. So the Houston Dynamo are excited to host Inter Miami CF at Shell Energy Stadium on Sunday. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it didn't include forward Lionel Messi. Unfortunately, we have no control over who plays for our opponents. We look forward to hosting everyone tomorrow and what will be an incredible atmosphere and celebration of soccer for the city of Houston. To show our appreciation, fans who attend tomorrow's night's match can claim a complimentary ticket to a future Dynamo match this season. Additional details will be provided early next week. So they essentially apologized. I don't feel like they need to apologize, but I feel like I want to kind of get to the bottom. Like, who's in charge of these ticket prices? Is it the organization? Is it Ticketmaster? Because like Ticketmaster in all essence is like their own sort of organization as well.
I have a couple of questions here. My first question is it Ticketmaster that raised the prices, or was it the resale market? That's my first question. Because everybody jumps to the Ticketmaster, the Houston Dynamo were price gouging.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Houston fans say that.
Yeah.
The resale market, I'm sure, was crazy. When you got online the day that we had Joe on and you looked up the prices, were you looking on Ticketmaster?
I did look on Ticketmaster, yes.
Okay, so
they were Ticketmaster.
Yeah. Okay, so they did hike the prices. Now, the reason that I thought that it was, and I get it. I understand why some people are like, oh yeah, you shouldn't go price gouge. I get it. But a lot of the people that were going are casuals that aren't necessarily Houston Dynamo fans.
Yeah.
So what they're doing there is that they're hoping to please this person that wanted to go just for Messi and add an extra ticket because they're trying to, right? Everybody said, oh, what's MLS doing with Messi? Is it really growing the game? Well, this is one way to grow the game. Get that person, give them a free ticket, and hope that they come out again to support their local team and maybe enjoy the atmosphere. I get it, right? The price gouging sucks. I think that team shouldn't do it, but I do think that they're trying to gain that local casual fan that doesn't really care about the MLS. I think that was a good way to do it.
I mean, I think it's fair to apologize because you have one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time, coming to play in your stadium. So I do think it's fair. I know that you have the next subject being Messi, but I guess that's a good lead into it just to bring that up because a big hoopla was made in terms of like the ticket sales, ticket prices. People felt like they were kind of ripped off and stuff like that. So,
well, and the next topic, I guess, is a good segue. Messi, he didn't play. I said on Thursday when we had the preview show that if I was Inter Miami, I wouldn't play him. I'd give him 9 days off. But I also would have given Suarez 9 days off, and I would have given maybe Jordi Alba 9 days off. Like I would have given some other guys off. Do you think that there's a chance that Messi's really injured? Because they said that he's not.
Ian Frey did get a red card, by the way. I just looked it up. He did officially get one in the 90+6 minutes. I think it was fair to rest him. It's early in the MLS season, right? And look, just like we expected, we knew this team can be able to contend against Houston. And look, they did it.
But why wouldn't you rest Suarez also?
I mean, because you don't have like an explicit backup striker. Like, if you know you don't have a solid backup striker, I don't think it's a good idea to rest him.
Adarsh is saying it's fatigue. I get it. Messi hasn't rested. I'm assuming it had to be some type of contractual agreement where he had to play that much in the preseason. But I thought it was ridiculous how much he played in the preseason. Like, why would you put him out there 60, 70 minutes every single preseason game? To me, it was stupid. That should have been saved for the regular season. He should be playing that right now. I don't know why they pushed him so much. It had to have been something contractual.
Well, I'm just saying that I don't think, honestly, it's weird. It's a weird thing because Messi wasn't injured per se, right? Maybe discomfort, maybe he's a little sore, wants a break. I think he's entitled to it. Second game of the MLS season, give it to him. Luis Suarez doesn't necessarily say he's...
I'm okay with it. I wanted them to rest him.
Of course,
But I would like them to rest Suarez also. To me, Suarez could also use the rest. But look, I'm all for giving Messi the rest. I want the Champions Cup, and everybody's like, oh, but we don't need him for Jamaica. I want him to be out. I want our best 11 for every Champions Cup game,
absolutely,
if possible. Like, I don't want to take any chances, so I'm okay with him. But all right. So starting 11.
Let's do it. It was a sexy starting 11, by the way, Danny. I liked it.
Okay.
And shout out to Football Miami TV with Peter Brown and Uncle Ed. I saw you and One World said that you were hopping off and stuff. So shout out to you guys.
Multitasking.
Yeah. So I mean, this starting lineup was solid to me. Right, I liked it. Alba, of course, left back. I mean, you got Ustadi in the, at the goalie position, which is surprising because Calendar was on the bench. So you got Alba left back, Frey right back, Allen and Lujan playing the center back roles, and then you got Busquets and Bright playing sort of the pivot, Segovia up top as a cam, and then Allende playing left wing, which I wasn't particularly a fan of, and then Kremaski playing right wing or right mid, and then Suarez up top. I liked it. Other than Allende playing on the left wing, I liked it a lot.
Why don't you like Allende playing on the left wing?
Well, because we've had him at the right wing recently for the last couple games, and I mean, look, it worked. So, I mean, in reality, it's not a bad look either putting him on the left wing either. But just for recency bias.
Well, I mean, when we first got Allende, remember we looked up, I think it was his heat map, and we saw that there was a season where he played basically up the left side, and there was a completely different season where he played completely up the right side. So he is capable of playing both, which is what we want on this team, right? It seems like every player we have is capable of playing multiple positions, which is a great thing. I'm all good with the lineup. I was surprised that Kremaki was in. I honestly thought that Allende, like you said, might start the right, and they would put like something like Robert Taylor on the left. Yeah. But I liked it. I love Kremaki. I love the pressure he puts on the back line when they try to build up the back. Joe came on with us on Thursday, and I asked, hey, you guys didn't look that great building up the back against Dallas last week. He's like, oh, that was an aberration. We're really good. That's probably a strength of ours. I said, okay. And I took his word for it, obviously. And they weren't handling the pressure very well, and that led to our first goal. And I will get that into a second. But I love Kremaki. I love Allende. I love Segovia. I love the pressure that they bring, how active they are, and Bright also. Yes, I was good with everything. I don't know why Falcon didn't play. I thought Falcon should have played.
I'll tell you this much: Ian Frey held it down at the right side for most of the game. I felt like he owned that guy, whoever it was that was supposed to be on the left wing for Houston. I felt like he dominated in terms of performance. No way, dude. They couldn't be able to get through us on the left side, on their left side.
Aliyu.
Yeah, there was no way.
Ali.
Yeah, there
Even
was
though
no
he
way.
should have had a goal, Aliyu, they had a beautiful cross that he just wasn't able to get a good foot on because he was unmarked on the back post. But yeah, Ian Frey, I feel like we've been saying it since last year. He should be the starting right back. We didn't understand why Tata wasn't doing it, and as of right now, we don't know if Mascherano's going to do it because Chelo's technically injured. Now, when he's healthy, because that's the issue we had last year, right? Once Chelo got healthy, Tata put Frey back on the bench. Kind of wondering what's going to happen now because I feel like Ian Frey has showed that he is that guy and he needs to be starting.
Yes. And so you like the starting lineup then?
Yes.
There was no changes you would have made.
Falcon, I would have put Falcon back out
Okay.
there. I wanted to see Falcon play again. But outside of that, no. I think everything was good.
I think I would have preferred Falcon as well.
Actually, again, this goes back to if you're gonna rest Messi, why not rest the older guys on the tip? Like Suarez, Busquets, and Alba. I would have put Redondo out there with Bright to finally see what that looks like with them together.
I think it would have been a good idea. You put Redondo for Busquets, right? Allen plays left back, and then you have Falcon playing center back. Suarez, I mean, Allende and Suarez would have to switch. You'd have to.
And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking their age and stuff. But to me, like this is a long season.
Yeah.
Any chance that I get to rest these guys, I would rest them, or at least bring them off the bench later in the game. But you know, they looked good, and everything came out great. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you know, that was the only questionable thing I saw on their starting 11.
Okay. And so you like the starting 11 for the most part, right? A couple tweaks here and there. And everybody else, look, I mean, Thomas is saying Redondo's a bench player. I guess we're going to get into it once we start getting through the game, right? I mean, we started it off with a bang, essentially, Danny. We end up scoring a goal pretty early into the game. A beautiful, beautiful goal by Telasco Segovia, which was assisted by Luis Suarez. And that happened early. It happened, what, in the 5th or 6th minute?
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I'm sorry. In the chat, they're saying, what am I on or what am I saying? And again, this is just me. Maybe I'm overthinking the age thing. You wouldn't consider resting the Barca 4?
In a game this early in the MLS season, it wouldn't have been a bad idea, especially considering that we're in the middle of a tournament. Or what he's saying that we want to burn all the good players in the MLS, but we do want to reserve them so they can be at their best. No?
I thought
I think
so.
it's a fair. I think it's fair.
But again, look, it worked out. I just hope that with this long season, you know, that we don't overwork everybody.
Well, I mean, look, but it's a fair observation by you. I mean, and we just went through the lineup. If we were to remove Allende, if we were to put Allende where Suarez is and put in a left wing, take Busquets out and put in Redondo, move Allen to the left back, and then take the center back and put Falcon there. It wouldn't be a bad lineup in any way, shape, or form. That's a starting lineup in any team in the MLS.
A few people have said that they would have taken him off at half. Owen is saying something that makes sense. Alba needs to play into form. Okay, that's fair because Alba hasn't looked himself so far this season. So I could see Alba, but Busquets has looked good, you know. But look, again, it went well. And we have how many games this month? We have like 6 games as of right now. And if we beat Cavalier, I think we add 1 or 2 games at the end of the month. There's a lot of games to be played. Do you never want to rest these guys? I guess that's ultimately my question. I'm glad that they rested Messi today. I wouldn't mind them resting the other guys.
And the worst part is, Danny, we know that May is a super slammed month right after too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be 2 back-to-back months where we're going to be hitting a lot of games. Like, you guys have to kind of understand that a little bit.
And just to finish off this point, and then we can continue.
Yeah.
There is an international break coming up in 2 weeks. Busquets, Alba, and Suarez no longer play international ball.
Yeah.
Messi still does. So that's fair because Messi might play throughout that international break. The other 3 won't. So I'll say that maybe that's a reason as to why they didn't do it.
Well, my name is Jeff is saying Messi, Falcon, Redondo, etc. start on Thursday.
We'll talk about that Redondo thing in a second.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. So watching the game, Danny, like I mentioned before, we started off slanging and banging.
Oh yeah, we dominated.
Within 6 minutes, Segovia stamps his name in the game and scores a beautiful goal. Beautiful dish by Luis Suarez. And I mean, at that point, that people are starting to know who the hell Segovia is. What a player.
Yeah, Segovia is a ball. I mean, we said he came in to be the Diego Gomez replacement, but he was much better in the attack, and he's shown that he can be a number 10. And yeah, man, it's fun watching him play.
I want to bring this up because this is something I wanted to bring up later, but Thomas is saying Mascherano press. This is what you get when you have people that are younger and more willing to press. Not to say that Messi doesn't press, guys, but obviously we know that with the kind of players that we had, even Luis Suarez was pressing. So it was phenomenal to be able to see that kind of pressure from this team.
And Kremaki.
No, he's a crazy person. Yeah, he's a crazy person.
Lungs.
You don't, with his 44. Shut up, Danny, with his 44 lungs. Listen, he is a monster. You don't want to see him trample down and run after you. You don't want that. And look,
no, that's a locomotive.
Gael is saying Messi doesn't press. It's not that he doesn't press. He's just a more tactical player. So, like, he doesn't feel like there's the need to press all game.
No,
like how
he's not pressing like Kremaki. Kremaki's like a wild man out there.
Yeah, no way. Now, after that goal, right? Because I believe it was an assist by Luis Suarez, and it was off of the turnover. No, was that the goal that was off the turnover?
Yes, it was Kremaki pressing.
Created.
They were trying to play it out of the back. He poked it over to Suarez. Suarez quickly one touch over to Segovia.
Oh my goodness!
And Segovia. My favorite thing about that was that the keeper played the near post. He angled himself like you're not going to beat me near post. You're going to have to go far post. And Segovia still shot it near post and snuck it in there, which was a beautiful thing. And Segovia is showing the class that he has at the age of what is he? Is he 21?
21.
Yeah. He's that kid's going to be special. Hopefully he stays with us for 2 seasons because I understand that everybody's goal is to go to Europe, and I know Diego Gomez left like after one good season. I really hope that we can keep these guys for at least 2-3 seasons.
Amanda says Gomez already had one man of the match for Brighton.
He started slow. He wasn't even getting on the pitch over there in Brighton, and then he finally started getting on. He's had a good couple of games.
Look, it doesn't surprise me the kind of motor that he has and how good he is. And Diley's saying great for Gomez for sure. But this is where it's at right here. Upcode is saying Segovia has higher quality than Gomez offensively. Absolutely.
On the ball, absolutely. The thing is, Diego Gomez was a madman defensively also. He was constant back and forth, going in and winning balls in the mid. He would literally win balls in our own third. He'd go back, and Diego Gomez was an animal back there. But Segovia much better in the attack.
Guys, a lot of comments. 255 people watching. Come on, like and sub.
Shout out to Rick A.
Yes, shout out to you, Rick A. And look, Michael is saying Crema's touch was actually good tonight. There was only one play that I saw where his touch was a little heavy. And at the end, I believe it was either Taylor or Leo Alfonso that gave him a great pass, and he just couldn't be able to catch up to it, and he was stomping heavy on the sidelines. But dude, I'm telling you, man, when Ben Krem gets the touch like down packed, it's a wrap for the whole league.
Yeah, and West 40K Sports. Yeah, we saw it. We didn't see it. We've heard in the chat a few times now that Ian Frey got a red card. Some people are saying that he choked somebody out, and we're questioning if he had like a legit choke or was it a Messi choke where he just touches somebody gently on the neck and everybody calls it a choke. So we're waiting to see the images of the video because we're curious to see what kind of choke it was.
Now, later on, when we're talking about cards, Yannick Bright gets a yellow, which seems to have looked like it could have been a red. But Yannick Bright, I love his aggressiveness, the way that he plays. And listen, we're going to talk a little bit about Yannick Bright and the center defensive mid position. But I'll tell you right now, Redondo, if he doesn't pick it up, Yannick Bright's here for good. He's going to be there for good in that position. There's no way that Mascherano's going to be able to take Bright off of that unless there's a severe decline in Bright's play. Severe decline. Now, yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I just wanted to jump over to the next goal. On the 37th minute, there was another goal, but I wanted to bring something else up. On the 26th minute, there was a play that happened where Bright creates a great turnover. He gets it over to Busi and then Suarez, and then Allende ends up finding Suarez, who blows it. I don't know if you remember that play, but it was an outright steal by Yannick Bright. Absolutely.
Yannick Bright was creating a lot of opportunities with his interceptions and his winning the ball in the midfield.
Yeah, very good link-up play.
Bright, did you have your glasses to start the show?
Hold on. Very good link-up play.
Yes, Yannick Bright is a beast, and I think we've always said it. I still think that they'll play Redondo over him, but I think that Yannick Bright is almost making it almost impossible for them not to start him. So I'm curious to see what Mascherano does, because we keep going. We'll keep going.
Well, look, the next goal in the 37th minute was Allende with a full-blown blast.
Mm-hmm.
Full-blown blast, and this was another contribution by Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez got him the ball in the open field, and Allende took it all the way. Beautiful strike to the far post. There's no chance that keeper was going to stop it. Straight golazo. So, Allende is going to be a problem.
I'm not going to keep the glasses on. They're my daughter's glasses, and my brain's hurting. But that was a hell of a goal. I mean, look right there. You could see that Tadeo Allende, the impact that he makes, I mean, look, he's a big body. He controls the ball very well. He has very good possession, and he could be able to be crafty enough that he can even go off his left foot. I don't even think he's left-footed. I think he's right-footed. I have to check.
I'd be lying to you if I told you, because since he plays both sides, I don't know. Usually the left wings have a right-footed, right wings left-footed. Allende is looking like a real problem, and Luis Suarez gave him that ball. And I know you brought up in the 27th minute where he blew a shot, but this was his second assist of the game.
Yes, it was.
Luis Suarez had himself a game today.
No, Luis Suarez and a goal. And a goal.
He has 3 assists, actually.
He had 3 assists.
Yeah, he had 4 goal contributions today.
That's
I mean, I was trying not to get ahead of myself, but yes, if you're going to bring up the goal, yes, he had 3 assists, 1 goal.
And Tadeo Allende, from what I see here, is right-footed.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he was able to get that established off of his left foot, and it was a banger, top bins. Right-footed, but went left-footed. I mean, look,
Thank you, Mr. Krabs.
This is the comment I was going to bring up. Go. No, you do it. You talk about it, Danny. Well, I'll touch on it. This is what we wanted out of our striker, Leo Campana.
If Campana would have looked like this, everybody would have been like, yes, that's it. This is why he is the DP player. Look, and this only been a couple of games, but Allende's already shown so much more than what Campana has and did. And it's unfortunate because everybody has such high hopes for Campapi, but Campapi just never lived up to it. And I think he still hasn't done anything over there in New England, no? Have they scored at all this season?
Nope.
Yeah, they haven't even scored a goal. And they got Carlos Gil and Langoni next to him. So,
I mean, look, and we move on. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure if you guys want to hear about Campana's success or failure, you can hear it on the Battered MLS channel. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing a couple videos this week. So,
yes, we're going to be doing the match day 2 recaps on Tuesday night.
So, Getting back to it, we get towards the end of the game. Telasco Segovia, assisted again by Luis Suarez, 2 minutes after the 45th. Another goal, and this was
for Suarez.
And it was a cheeky assist by Suarez too. It was a beautiful play, and not to mention that play was a complete robbery by Yannick Bright. If you look at the start of that play, Yannick Bright comes through and completely robs this Houston player.
Mm-hmm.
And then he dishes it to Suarez.
And then Suarez gets it over to Segovia. And Segovia, I don't even know how it counts as an assist for Suarez. I know Suarez got him the ball, but I felt like so much happened there with that mess of like Segovia lost the ball, but it got through the defender anyway. And then he just saw it laying there, and then he just poked it. And he just snuck in the bottom left corner. But Segovia, man, Segovia has an eye for the ball and an eye for the back of the net. Segovia is going to be a problem. Our two young guns, Segovia and Allende, are looking good. We're looking really, really good for hopefully the next year or two with these guys in the attack.
And Michael Neira is saying it pickpockets perfectly and turns into an attack. Owen says Suarez man of the match, involved in every goal. So I mean, we're gonna get to our mans of the match.
Angel, who says that though? I haven't heard anybody say that. Have you heard anybody say that?
No, nobody said that. I mean, I
don't think he's saying that we're saying it, but I haven't heard anybody say it.
I don't think anybody in the chat has said that Messi is not needed. No. Hold on.
I think he's not needed to beat bad teams.
No.
Right? I think against bad teams, we have a good enough roster to beat some bad teams. But I definitely think that we need Messi to win it all.
Well, we do need Messi to win. We do need Messi to be able to progress us and to win trophies. He's a critical player on this team. Nobody's taking away the importance.
Twitter people. Yeah, I can see. But you can't take what you see on Twitter too seriously, man. People are just trolls.
I am pretty sure that there are people that are on Twitter wearing Inter Miami underwear right now saying that we do not need Messi in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think anybody's saying that. But and if they're saying it, I definitely think that it's just because still they want to troll. And Mitch, yes, episode 316. Give me a hell yeah. Yeah.
Should have opened a beer. I have an Inter Miami beer there. We get to the halftime. Well, I'll let you banter a little bit while I go grab mines. We get to the halftime and 3-0. We're up. How are you feeling at that point?
At halftime, I was feeling great. I thought that the team looked really, really good. It was the best 45 minutes I've seen out of the team in this early season. I thought that Segovia is a playmaker for himself and others. Allende is a danger in the attack. And I was glad Suarez hadn't scored at that point.
No,
but
3-goal contributions.
Exactly. But Suarez gives you so much more. And you knew that it was coming. I don't know why people doubt it. It happened last year. And last year we told people, just calm down. It's coming. And then this year we told you the same thing. It's coming. He could be pudgy in the middle. It doesn't matter. He is still going to score goals and make goal contributions. Good night, baby. So he's still going to score goals and make goal contributions. He has 3 assists. And we're going to talk about the goal in a second. But this is what you come to expect. Last year, we had to wait 3 games. This year, technically, we had to wait 4 games for him to have this breakout game. But we knew it was coming, and good luck because he's about to get rolling.
I'm going to put my hat on because apparently Florida Man says that I should have my hat on today. So I'll go ahead and put my hat on so I can cover my hair. And while I do that, I'll go ahead and I'll crack open this beer right here. This is La Tropical Inter Miami. Logo in the front.
And while you're doing that, what were your thoughts at half?
No, my thoughts are at half is I hate Mike Jones and game over.
And chat, let us know what you also thought.
And yeah, let us know. Was it in the books already? Because I'm gonna crack this beer open right here. I'll do it right here in the microphone. I mean, that
Ooh,
is,
that sounded nice.
of course. Are you kidding me? The fizz there and everything.
Now we're talking halftime right now, but let me take just one quick second to take a step back, okay? Something that I forgot to bring up, and I just thought about it now when I brought up Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez took till Game 3 last year against Orlando when we beat them 5-0 to really get going, right? This year he took till Game 4, but you know when he got going in that Orlando game last year, Chris? March 2nd, 2024.
And ooh, look at you, Da Vinci coding it.
Mm-hmm. Today,
you want to borrow my glasses? Dropping those dimes? You want to drop my
March
get my
2nd? That's it. So 3-2. There's got to be something. Is that how many times does he kiss this? There's got to be something to it, right? March 2nd, both times. Luis Suarez. March 2nd has to be a special date for him. But yeah. So it took him till March 2nd last year. It took him till March 2nd this year. But he's on it and he's about to get rolling.
I'm you're on it, Danny. I should lend you these glasses because you're dropping dimes right now.
Yeah, I don't have any glasses.
And you do wear glasses. I don't. This is destroying my eyeballs.
I actually don't wear glasses. I'm not sure where you got that from.
I have 20/20. You do wear glasses.
You're telling me that I'm telling you I don't wear glasses. How are you gonna tell me that I wear glasses?
I've seen you with glasses.
When?
Okay, I'm gonna have to find. I have pictures with you with glasses. Okay, I do have them. I've seen
maybe
you
in
with
high
glasses
school.
before.
In high school, maybe.
Yes, it was in high school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That was like 20-some years ago.
Well,
all right. Go ahead. Second half.
This is what I was shooting for, Amanda. I am studious like a football expert. I got notes. Okay, we're serious here. That's why I did the haircut. Okay. So after the halftime, Danny, Houston makes a bunch of substitutions. Yannick Bright almost gets hurt, basically looking like Velma. Why? Because of my glasses? You're going to call me Velma? Velma? Isn't it Thelma? These are my youngest daughter's glasses. These are the closest glasses I could find. Okay? She doesn't wear them anymore. They're out of prescription, I think. But yes, Danny, we end up making a bunch of substitutions. Around the 60-something minute, we get Redondo in for Bright because Bright looks like he was about to get another yellow card, which you love the aggressiveness out of Yannick Bright. But at the same time, you're like,
okay, yes. No, but you know how we killed that Toto for being careless? That was a careless foul. That was a yellow. And he should have gotten a red. And I complained about it last week about how I hate when refs do that, and the refs did it again. Obviously, this time it's in the favor of the team that I'm rooting for, right? So, like, I'm not going to go crazy about it, but I hate when refs do that. Oh, he already has a yellow? Then no, let's not give him that yellow, even though this is clearly a yellow. He just got the guy run by him. He's like, let me just grab you real quick. Like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, so, he literally Mortal Kombated him really bad.
Yeah, that was not a good look. And if it was Toto, forget about it. People would be going crazy right now on him. Not a good look. I wish he wouldn't have done that. And he's got to be better than that.
Well, that's literally the moment that Redondo can get on the pitch and sort of show his way and show that he's better. And he actually makes that. No, he didn't. He made a couple bad errors, made a couple bad passes, couple bad plays. Got bailed out, honestly, on that last call. Yes, big time.
There was a giveaway where
race
back.
Yes. No, I'm talking about on one of the last plays before the game where he like lost the ball cleanly, but the ref blew the whistle because he got fouled. Totally blew it.
Yeah, Redondo did not look good today.
No. Now, other than that, David Ruiz ends up coming for Segovia, and Robert Taylor comes in for Allende. This was around the 73rd minute. That's when Redondo gets a yellow card. He ends up getting a yellow card for making a boneheaded foul as well. And he goes up to the ref like, it's the first, like if it matters.
No, usually really boneheaded.
Yeah, they give you one like getaway foul, right? But I guess it was too blatant right in front of the ref that he had to call it. But we basically get over to the 79th minute, Danny, where Luis Suarez ends up scoring a banger with his left foot, just pure created by him, right? Like Busquets gave him the pass, but caught Houston not paying attention. The center backs tried to close in on him. Super creative. Right foot goes to the left, creates space, goes further to the left. And the crazy thing about that goal is if you look at the replay, not once did he look up. He didn't have to look up. He knew where the goal was.
Absolutely. He's been doing this for his whole life. He knows he doesn't know. He knows exactly where he is and where he has to get. He knows his spot, where the goal is. That's why. That's something you can't teach. It's pure class.
Yeah, that was, to me, a beautiful, beautiful goal. They talked about his class. And look, you mentioned it. At some point, he was going to get started. And this could be potentially it.
March
when
2nd.
Luis Suarez gets on it.
Now, the thing is, Houston, over the last 2 years or so, they've been one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we thought that would continue. They lost Mikael, which went back to Palmeiras. So I know that was their best defender. I didn't think that their defense would implode. But this is the second week in a row that their defense doesn't look good because they didn't look good against Dallas. They made some boneheaded errors that led to the Dallas scoring those 2 goals, and they looked horrible today. So Houston looks like it's going to be it's not looking good for Houston, especially in the midfield. They had no midfield. Yeah. We were doing whatever we wanted to get from our back line to the attack. They had absolutely no midfield. They lost Hector Herrera. They lost Coco. That's it. Like it's wild. And again, we're going to talk more about them in the MLS show, but yeah, they're looking bad this year because it's Miami did whatever they wanted in that midfield.
Well, I mean, they ended up getting this guy McLean from
Jack McLean. Yes,
Jack McLean from Philly, which is potentially a good move, but at this point, it hasn't showed its potential. Hayes was saying Noah Allen was great. This was another player that we want to talk about. Noah Allen, yes, the captain. The captain. Noah Allen was phenomenal. This is another person that, for those of the people that are wearing Inter Miami underwear, that says that Messi is not it's not necessary on this team. They're gonna say that he is. Yeah, go ahead.
I saw Gressel might play today. I don't know if you saw on Instagram where on the stories, Inter Miami sometimes puts pictures of certain kits that are hanging in the locker room.
Yeah,
and I assume that means that those players are going to play. They had a picture of Gressel's kit just hanging there. And I was like, is he going to play? And I saw he was a reserve. He didn't get on, but I was surprised that they showed a picture of his kit.
That's actually very weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Cryptic.
Because I'm expecting him to get traded. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, shit, he might play.
Well, maybe because they know. And look, Liam is saying Houston admin needs to drop a statement about that L. They should. Maybe they know that there's a lot of Houston fans that are MLS fans just to attend the game because Messi wasn't going. I don't know. It could be different. I mean, Mike V is saying, I think the team is punishing him for his podcast, to be honest. I don't think so. Gressel's put out like 3 episodes in the last month. So I don't think that's the case. Now, I don't know.
Deleted it.
What?
I should have screen recorded it. Houston Dynamo and their Twitter account, they posted a video, and it showed this guy wearing.
I have the picture. I have the picture. I'll send it to you.
Well, I wish I would have screenshotted the video, and it was this guy wearing the Inter Miami kit, and then he zips up his Houston Dynamo jacket, and for some reason, this was the
face that they put,
the caption that they put on. And I'm not sure why Houston thought that was a good look. Like, what were they trying to say with that? That, this Inter Miami fan is converting to Houston? Like, I was really confused that they would post it, and they deleted it since then, which sucks. But that's interesting. When we get to that match, I'm really curious to have this conversation. There you go.
You want to save it to the end then?
I was going to talk about the man of the match. Why? What's the point of this? And then he zips up the jacket. I don't get it.
So it was a video. It wasn't even a picture then.
No, it was a video.
Because
It
this
shows
is
him
how I
zipping up-
saw it.
No, it shows him zipping up the jacket, and that's the whole video. It's like 34 seconds long.
So is he like a closet fan? Like a
I don't know, I don't
closet
get it.
Inter Miami
It was-
fan? Is he
It was dumb. Whatever it was dumb, and they realized I wish I could see the comments because they must have gotten backlash for it because they deleted it afterwards.
so he was a spy, is what you're telling me. This guy right here.
What I'm telling you is that the Houston admin sucks, is what I'm telling you.
What a bad look.
So Suarez scores that goal, 3 assists, 1 goal. I feel like you get 4 goal contributions, you automatically should be man of the match. And apparently he wasn't, but we'll get into that conversation in a second.
Well, I guess we'll just talk about the last goal. And like what a broadcaster curse. The moment that Taylor Twellman and what's his name start talking about basically how they should keep the clean sheet.
Ian Frey really wants this clean sheet.
Yeah, Jake Zivin and Taylor Twellman literally talking about that 2 minutes later, literally gets scored on by Nicolas Lodeiro, who just doesn't know how to die. This guy just lives on for life.
And everybody keeps saying he's going to go back to Uruguay or Paraguay, and he just never leaves the MLS. I think Solana said that he was going to Paraguay, I think, not too long ago. So I was surprised to see him on Houston.
Well, he ends up scoring on us at the end of the game with a big, and it sucks because it doesn't give Ustadi the clean sheet. But at the same time, like we knew this was in the bag. Like it's just our defense crumbled. We were just not.
And I think you become lackadaisical once you know that the game's almost over and you have to leave. Even though Ian Frey was still playing his ass off to keep that clean sheet.
Yeah.
But I have a question for you. A moment that passed earlier in the game. I think it might have been in the beginning of the second half, or maybe it was I think it was in the second half. There was a shot by Houston. Ustadi, there was a deflection, and as the ball's coming down, he jumps up to deflect it out of goal, but a Houston player also hits him, and he drops to the floor. And I'm thinking, oh no, Drake's gonna come on.
Time.
And Drake's gonna come on. We're gonna start subbing players out, and he's gonna get scored on. Yes. And the vitriol that's gonna come, like if he would have came out and they would have scored that 1 goal just the same way they did just now. Oh my God, that would have been so horrible. I was like, please keep Drake on the bench, because like they might score, and if they score as soon as Drake comes on, oh my God, that would have been horrible. I'm glad that he didn't come in the game.
And Mr. Krabs is saying they even showed Drake warming up. Listen, when they panned to Drake, he was putting back his jacket on. So, like, he was sort of preparing, like, oh, am I going to go into this game and get scored on?
Could you imagine that 1 goal that they did?
If that 1 goal would have made Drake Callender look like the worst goalie in MLS history. Absolutely. And look, Hazel, you're asking a good question. How do we like Ustadi? Ustadi has been playing phenomenal. In the time that he's been able to play and start this season, he's shown his chops.
And playing out of the back, the way he comes out the box when our defenders are all up high, I think he works perfectly for this team as of right now.
Yeah, Mike V saying Rocco would have saved that, kept a clean sheet, and would have drilled the entire field and scored.
I can't believe Rocco is still a thing in Mike V's mind.
Listen, you don't know that, Danny. Maybe it's possible. If
was
he
he
would
on
have
the
played
bench
today, no, he was not. That's why Drake was on it. But it looks so weird to see him in the bench. It looks so weird. But we get scored on by Nicolas Lodeiro.
Yeah.
Yellow card fest after that. Alfonso gets a yellow card in the second after the 90th. Kremaki gets one. Alba gets one. Ian Frey red card. Literally 4 cards were issued after 90 minutes.
Did you see when Busquets almost lost the knee to that horrible field? He went sliding in, and then the field just decided to just give in. And Oh my God, what the hell was that?
What kind of field is that? The field was crappy as hell.
It's soccer specific, so I don't know why it was that bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So that's the end of the game, Danny. We win 4-1. I win 2 of my bets. Okay.
Standouts.
Standouts to me was Segovia. So that's the standout to me with how well he controlled the game without Messi being there and with the expectance of having the responsibility of being that guy. He did amazing this game. Amazing.
I'm going to say Yannick Bright.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I think Yannick Bright, when he gets on the pitch, it's like he forces you to notice him. Like he does not go unnoticed. And I think that is the worst possible scenario for Redondo, because Yannick Bright is showing that he needs to constantly play. Ian Frey, I see somebody Amanda put Frey. Ian Frey also had himself a really good game. The way he uses his body to body people off. There was one Redondo turnover where it could have left to a one-on-one opportunity and a goal. And Frey literally, he outran the guy, positioned his body in front of him, and won that ball. Like Yannick Bright and Ian Frey both played really good games. Yeah, that was, yes. I'm going to go Yannick Bright, but Ian Frey also definitely won.
This is for the people that don't want me betting. Okay. These are bets, baby. $5 bet got me $40. $10 bet got me $34. Look at that, Danny. Maybe I should have put more money on it.
No, you're good.
So
Kara said Noah Allen. Noah Allen also played a really good game.
How much can we get for Redondo? Sargent is asking. And look, yeah, Brian
right
is agreeing here. Yeah, Brian Fink is saying Noah Allen standout. It's a shame, though, Danny, because we expected Redondo to be the guy that's like shining the brightest this year, considering that this had to be his year.
Yeah. The thing is that him and Busquets are like the same player. Obviously, Redondo's like obviously not at the level of Busquets, but he's the same type of player. So having them on the pitch at the same time, it's almost like, I guess it mutes Redondo. He has to show out defensively for us to notice him because Busquets is taking care of the playmaking. But he isn't as good defensively as Bright is. Bright is great defensively, so he stands out next to Busquets. I think Redondo next to Busquets is just not working for him.
And Scott Carey is saying Frey got a red. It wasn't outstanding. That was at the end of the game, though, Scott.
I still haven't seen why or what happened.
Yeah, I mean, but wait, Nick Smith is saying Frey red will get rescinded after review. Do they review those reds after the game?
Yeah, you could also appeal them.
I mean, you can, but I mean, do you think that they're going to really review it? I mean, look, Amanda's saying the red was bullshit. One World, One Goal is saying I saw why on Frey. And yes, any card. Michael Nada is saying, Kata is saying you can challenge it, you can appeal it. So I guess, okay, you can appeal it, I guess. I would appeal it, obviously, because you're losing out on Ian Frey the next MLS game, which is against Charlotte.
How did everybody see that it happened? I'm scrolling, and I don't see anything about this. I don't know where everybody saw.
What are you talking about?
About the
you mean the actual... But you're talking about the play itself, or like you don't see that it's...
No, I see that it happened, that he got the red. I just don't see what he did to get the red. All right. So those are the standouts. Que Pena Award. Who'd you give it to?
Now we usually keep it to starters here, Danny.
No,
is this the first?
I think you and I are thinking about the same person then, because I also want to go to somebody that came off the bench.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, should we open the floodgates now and say we could start picking bench players? We've always kept it just with the starters. Typically.
Well, when the team plays as well as they did, and you have a hard time finding somebody to give the Que Pena Award to, I think it's okay. And
I guess we could just say it on three. 1, 2, 3.
Redondo.
Redondo.
This is all I could find. So it looks like he's doing something.
Oh, it's a camera view behind the goal.
Yeah. And it looks like he's doing something to somebody. He's got his two arms extended, maybe pushing somebody. I don't know. And you could tell that it's after the whistle because there's like other people on the pitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. So he earned himself a red.
So we both agreed with Redondo.
Yeah. When Bright has such a good game and he's the one that's trying to take your job, you got to come on there and assert
Blow
your
everybody
dominance.
away.
Absolutely. Or at least have a good game, not have a bad game. And
Yeah.
he did not look good at all. So, yes, I would go Redondo, que pena.
Yeah, Mike V agrees. Amanda and Rubita saying Taylor. Taylor.
He didn't
What are
do
we
anything.
doing? What are we doing, guys?
You're hurting Chris's heart.
What are we doing? I mean, look, Kata is asking, talk about Lujan, solid showing. I don't have much to say either way, shape, or form about Lujan.
Lujan looked good today. One world, one goal saying
The D guy grabbed Frey's shirt and had words with the ref. Of course, didn't see that part. Then Frey retaliated with a little push, smack, and of course, Red saw that.
all right. Well, he's gonna be out next week unless they appeal it. So we'll see.
This is a good one. Florida man, you're on you got dimes today saying change the Que Pena award to the Campana award. That's a good one. Name it after Campana's time here. That's so tough. That's tough. And Erwin, let's not be disrespectful here, okay? Erwin, we've been good here talking about Messi and talking about other people. Let's not ask these kind of diabolical questions, Erwin.
I think it's a fair
Okay.
question. I didn't notice him on the pitch, even though I know he got on there at some point. I didn't notice him at all.
Yeah, all right. Let's not do all that. Okay. And then wait, hold on. Dennis is saying Ben Krem had the worst FOP mob score. So out of the starters, I imagine he had the worst score.
Okay. So do you think that well, I guess he already told you. And I'm not gonna ask you who had the best because that's gonna be obvious. So I guess
Yeah,
you won't
I
play that
mean-
game today.
Luis Suarez had 9.6 according to what some people are saying here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess the second best would be Segovia.
Yep.
And then the second worst would have to be Redondo.
Redondo was technically the worst, period.
Woof.
Yeah.
Wow. What
Oh
about
no, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not Redondo, it's Robert Taylor and then Redondo.
No. Are you serious?
Yeah, Robert Taylor
Oh
got
no.
6.2, Redondo got a 6.3.
I mean,
All
did
right.
he even have any opportunities? Like,
I don't know.
there was a good pass that he did at the end, and then they blundered it.
I've been having a hard time. I busted my lip today. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh no, that's
Did it
no
show?
bueno.
I
That's not good.
caught a soccer ball to the face today.
Ooh.
That's been bothering me. I feel like it.
Oh,
Man of the match.
Man of the match, other than Messi, is Suarez. I mean, I think unanimously, you and I are going to agree that it was him.
Absolutely. He
Yeah,
had
there's
the
no
three
way.
assists, like the 3 assists, and then he had even though it should have been a nail in the coffin 3-0 anyway, but he put the nail in the coffin with the fourth goal. Like
Yeah.
how, and I don't know who gave the award, but I saw Segovia posing with it. And look, I love the young guys getting some recognition, and I want Segovia to become a household name across the league. Oh, sorry, that's Luis Suarez all day. Other than Messi, man of the match, other than Messi, we know that Messi deserves to win it every game. Today, he should
Even this
have won
match.
it. But he did. But we're saying man of the match other than Messi, Miami King. So man of the match other than Messi, I do think that it should have been Luis Suarez. I'm very surprised that they gave it to Segovia. I understand he scored 2 goals. I understand that he was playing well and creating for others. But I think Luis Suarez, hands down, should be the man of the match.
It's because of Messi, Cara. That's why.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's the reason all these players are here, right? So if you want, we can say that.
Yeah, I mean, he's the reason of football.
He's the reason for the season.
He's the reason. Period. I don't know what else to tell you guys.
All right. Messi inspired the team to play like Messi.
Obviously, Joshua. I mean, you should get man of the match other than Messi today.
Rubita, will you guys get criticized if you don't talk about Messi today?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if you look at our little topics thing right there in the middle. We literally gave Messi like his own topic. So we talked plenty of Messi. So all right. Moment of the match. I saw Italia wrote it. Moment of the match.
The moment of the match has to be whenever Luis Suarez always bitches at the ref. Like, he's so animated and he's like, my back hurts and my shoulder hurts and my butt hurts. Like, there was a play that I saw that he was just like, oh, like walking away super painful because he's such a complainer. But like, it's his theatrics. So I think that's the moment of the match for me. Amanda says like Allende goal.
Suarez assist to Allende. I've seen somebody say, let's see, the Allende goal, the Segovia goal for moment of the match.
Yeah, nice.
I would go with either, having a hard time picking between the two, but either the bright steal when he took the ball off of the Houston player that led to that third goal, or Ian Frey saving Redondo, and at that moment in time, saving the clean sheet, the way he bodied the guy off the ball and saved Redondo's that turnover Redondo had. I love the way those two guys play. I think we'll be such a better team defensively if those two guys were consistently playing on the team. Allende's banger definitely was a good one, though.
This is a good one. Sean saying, Houston fan pretending to be an extra left back. He stole the ball off of Ben Krem too.
Did he?
Yeah, got on right after the first whistle of the beginning of the second half, and literally waited for the cross, stole it, and then they figured out, holy crap, there's a guy on the field.
I don't know why you would storm the pitch if Messi's not there. Because you're about to get banned from the stadium for a while. Yeah, so I feel like I don't see it's not worth it, in my opinion.
Maybe he wanted to meet Ben Krem. He got the chance to meet him.
There you go. Hey, Ben Krem, like you said, he is the most marketable player outside of Messi on this team, right?
Yep.
Up until now.
That's right.
All right. Any final thoughts here, Chris?
I was really pissed that I heard the Mike Jones thing when they all got called back for an offsides, and I was hoping that they wouldn't be able to play that song the rest of the day, and I'm just sad that they did. They scored a goal. Sad. But dude, we're playing Jamaica. Can't wait.
We haven't been able to locate a guest. We've reached out to a couple people. We have not been. We have one person that volunteered, but because they have knowledge of the team, but they aren't Jamaican. And Chris said that his prerequisite for this guest, they need to be Jamaican. So we're going to try to figure this out because Chris doesn't want anybody if they're not Jamaican, even if they have knowledge of the team. So we're going to try to figure this out.
No, I'm not saying I don't want someone with knowledge of the team to help us pregame this, but I feel like it's a basic requirement to be Jamaican. No? I mean, like, am I wrong for saying that you need to be Jamaican for a Jamaican Premier League team?
I don't think so. Do you need to be Argentine to talk about Inter Miami?
No, but I feel like if I'm talking about an Argentine team, I need like an Argentinian, no?
No, what if somebody that has knowledge on them?
This is exactly what it is,
Amanda. That's basically what it is.
What, Soccer Daddy saying racist? What? I can't have a person that watches the Jamaican Premier League be a person that's Jamaican.
No. Again, they could be Jamaican, but you want the accent.
I want the accent, but I also would like that they're Jamaican. I mean, I could call. We have mutual friends that we can call that have Jamaican accents. We could just have them on here, and nobody will
You know
know
what's
the
funny
difference.
is that when Solana and I have done the cafecito with the Herons, like when we do those early morning shows and we do it live,
Yes,
we have somebody that
this
listens
is true.
from Jamaica.
Yes,
They listen from Jamaica, and when we had one of the episodes, we actually had let people call in, and he called in, and he had
Yes.
the accent and everything, Chris.
No, I heard him.
Maybe we could reach out to him. I just can't remember what his name was.
I remember he called us at 1.2.
Yes, and he said that he was nervous because he had never really talked like in a public forum like this before. Well, no, that's cool. Go ahead. But yeah, so maybe we'll reach out to him since the prerequisite for you is to have the accent.
I mean, I'm just saying it helps. Look, I'm just saying it helps. I could bring a Jamaican person and we could, and the thing is, we had a British guest that talked about, yes, I understand this. We had a British person talk about, but like we had a British guy.
Well done, Hash.
But that's another accent. That's like great to have on here. Like if you put an English guy doing anything, it's gonna be better.
Literally just destroyed you. I thought good job.
No, okay, Hash. I have a question.
Great job.
If we have someone read a book to you, would you rather have them like in a normal American accent or like an English British accent? I feel like if you get an English guy to do anything, it's better than anything else anybody American will do.
What? Method Man or Redman? Hazel Lopez is asking. That's be Method Man, right?
That's of course. Even though one of my favorite albums by Redman, the one with the cartoon Doc's the Name, that's one of my favorite.
With the brick wall in the back.
Yes, with the brick wall in the back.
That's
one of my favorite songs of all time. One of my favorite songs of all time.
I'm about to go on Apple Music and listen to that and download it. So I listen to it tomorrow. I haven't heard that in forever.
Mitch, I'm not digging myself out of any hole. I'm saying, and you know what? You can have an English guy to talk about the Jamaican team too. Some people from Jamaica go to England. I get it.
Chris, I don't think you watch wrestling. Do you have any thoughts on John Cena's heel turn?
Whatever. He's a bad guy now?
Yes. Yesterday.
That's not good. He doesn't look like a bad guy.
This is gas bagging time, I guess. He is he turned heel. I was watching it with my daughter. Once I saw him in the ring with Cody and The Rock, I thought, he's joining The Rock. And it happened. I saw some people on Twitter saying that it's the biggest moment in wrestling history. I disagree. I think the Hogan Bash at the Beach when he joined the NWO was bigger just because Hogan was still wrestling consistently back then. John Cena hasn't been a regular for like 10 years now. So although it is big, I don't think it's as big, but I am excited to see it because I'm very interested. And I was talking to Jonathan, Jonathan, Chris.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you think if Roman Reigns joins him? And is Roman Reigns The Rock and Cena? I was like, ooh, that'd be wild. But I think Roman has to be going up against them. But whatever it is, they just made it a lot more interesting, and I'll be watching on Monday night. And Travis Scott, I don't know what Travis Scott was doing there, but he slapped the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
Well, Mitch is saying Hogan heel turn was bigger. Had Cena done this 8 years ago, it would have been bigger.
Exactly. Yes, but he's like a part-timer now, so it doesn't hit the same.
And Mike B saying Junkyard Dog biting George the Animal Steel is bigger than that.
I wanted to say something about Houston, and I can't remember now. So I guess I'll leave it at that. Chris, any final thoughts? Did you watch the Win or Lose, the Pixar show?
No, I didn't. We're gonna start watching that this week.
All right. Any final thoughts there?
That's it. No, it's time to get out of here, and we're gonna be previewing the Jamaica game okay, against Cavalier. And shout out to Vince Randazzo with a last-minute buzzer beater slammer. There we go. Vince saying, been listening to you guys since day one, Messi. Vince from Cleveland.
Vince,
Nice.
oh man, I'm so sorry because Vince says he lives in Cleveland. I'm hoping that you get to see Messi in Cleveland. I don't know if it's gonna happen because Messi has consistently played home games, but when it comes to those road games, I mean, if he feels a little discomfort, he might not show. But you know, it's a big stadium. He has to show for that one. Hopefully. But shout out to Vince. We appreciate that.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead before you lose your thought.
No, I was gonna say. And Vince said he got tickets, man. Well, in your sake, I really hope he plays. I know. Tommy two-time told us to go out there for that game because Tommy stays in Cleveland. Tomorrow, I didn't want to forget that tomorrow, Las Garzas with Solana and Xavier Lavos. Tomorrow at 10. I don't know if we're gonna do English because usually when we do a Sunday show, we don't do Monday, so we got to discuss that. But on Tuesday, we're gonna have MLS show. Vince, if you haven't already, battered MLS fans, Chris and I talk match day 1, match day 2, all of the good stuff. I don't know what we're gonna do this week, Chris, because Thursday usually when we preview the upcoming weekend's game, but Thursday we have a game. And I already contacted Danny Brams, so we got to figure out how we're gonna do this week. It's gonna be a weird week with the Thursday game.
It's gonna be like a post game / preview at the end. No,
have Danny Brams on at almost midnight.
Basically, I mean, it's gonna have to cut this kind of thing shorter. And Xavier's asking, "I drink Red Stripe. Does that count?" Hit us up in the DMs, baby. Maybe.
When is the Jamaican English show? It's supposed to be Wednesday, or maybe we could do half preview the Jamaica game and then half Charlotte game on Wednesday, and we could just do both previews on one episode. So maybe we'll do something like that because we have a lot of fun with Danny Brams when he comes on. So hopefully he could join us and have some fun with us. It'd be fun to have him on with the Jamaican person.
Yes, that would be phenomenal. Maybe he'll drink Red Stripe, but he's more of a wine guy. So we'll see.
Yes. All right, and I was hoping that the whole Houston thing that I wanted to say would come back to me, but I completely lost it. So I don't know. I guess I'll leave it at that. And that's all. So again, tomorrow night, Las Garzas in Spanish at 10 o'clock. On Twitter, we'll let you know if we're gonna have a 9 o'clock batter here on show. I have no idea yet, so we'll see about that. But yeah, we'll be pushing out the shows this week. But if not tomorrow, we'll be back on Tuesday. All right. If you are listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that other good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the last hour and 13 minutes. And we'll be back tomorrow, Las Garzas in Espanol, and either tomorrow or Tuesday in English, and Battered MLS fans Tuesday at 10 o'clock. So until the next one, have a good one.